Guys, welcome to episode number 4 of the Derby Current Live, and to start this episode we are currently in the round of 16 against Bristol City in the Carabao Cup. A great way to start off this episode. If we can get a win, of course we will go through to the quarterfinals. We also have a tough couple of teams in the West Midlands of Birmingham and Aston Villa, then down to Borough, obviously a very big team. I think they're in the top 2 at the minute, then Sheffield Wednesday, then Stoke probably in the episode after that. So we definitely need to be careful not to drop points and make sure we get the results and stuff. And in the last episode we did change to the 4-3-2-1, which seems to be a little bit more effective. We did beat West Brom, of course. So yeah, let's head straight into this Bristol City game. I may make a few changes, but overall I think we'll stick to a very strong team because we have got a bit of a break after this game. And I'd kind of like to do well in the Cup. It would be something both in real life. Obviously we beat Man United, so can't wait to see who we get in the next round. So here's the Bristol City team then. Andy Vyman leading the line with Matty Taylor up top. Obviously Andy Vyman, it's kind of a shame we never really gave him a chance in the striker position. We always played him out wide, either on the left or the right, and a great player for the club. I must say, every time he did play, did put in 110%. They've got Callum O'Dowda, Pack Smith and Brownhill as well in the midfield, Thomas Callas and Heglar, Baker and Hunt. And yeah, it's a very good Bristol City team, of course, very pacey up top, so need to be careful, of course. Vyman is going to want to score against his former club. We have gone for Waghorn up top, Huddleston in the holding role and Bogle at right back. But other than that, obviously Simon in goal. We'll give a few more games to since it is the Carabao Cup. Back on with the ball here, through for Lawrence. Can he slip it across for Holmes? Has got the open net to hit, and he has hit the post and hit the post again. I generally just pressed B because I was like, oh, I'll just shoot and it'll go in. I don't know how this hasn't gone in. I've aimed at the goal. Look where my marker is. The arrow is in the goal. And then I do it again. Somehow I hit exactly the same post. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. He is right-footed, so it was his weaker foot, so I will... even at that rate, like even the fact I put it on the target, it wasn't my fault. It's the game literally just going, no, we'll miss that. So yeah, that would have been a lovely start to the game, but oh well. Chance here for Lawrence. This is a good area. Can he get the shot off? Yes, he can. In the bottom of the net, and it is 1-0 just before half-time. A good time to score, and probably deserved, to be honest. We should have scored on that Dwayne Holmes chance. I don't know how we didn't, and yeah, it's taken us a bit of time to get that first goal in the game, but quite a critical time. As you can see, Tom Huddleston with the passing ability finds Bryson in the space, then Lawrence in even more space, and just a nice driven shot into the back of the net to make it 1-0. First goal in the Cup for him. Corner for Bristol then, literally 4 minutes to go. Would be kind of nice not to have to go to penalties, but it looks like we're going to have to. They have levelled it, Marlon Pack there with the goal to make it 1-0 in the dying moments of the game. And again, we've ended 1-0 in the Carabao Cup and it's going to penalties. This is literally the 3rd time I think we've done this. Luckily we've got a bit better penalty takers than normal. Normally we've got like a couple over 70, but this time we've got 4 and then some pretty decent players. Huddleston with the first one then. Straight down the middle, nicely done. Kind of aimed to the left, but seemed to go down the middle. It is Heglar with the first one, who's a centre-back, so it's a bit weird he's taken him. Going to go to the right, he's gone to the left. Gonna have to be careful, of course, not to lose this on penalties. Nicely done by Bradley Johnson. I must say the penalties the other night against Man United were some of the best penalties I've ever seen ever in a penalty shootout. And then obviously Phil Jones stepped up and it was saved to that right hand side. So hopefully I can take some of that good opportunities and turn it into this penalty shootout. Waghorn putting us in a nice position now, 3-1 up. Marlon Pack, the man who equalised, has been saved. 3-1 to us. If we do score this, we win. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Nice side netting from Joe Ledley. I must say penalties are a little bit easier this year, I must say, both in saving and scoring, which is kind of nice because most of the time they do go in, of course. But we have won again on penalties in the Carabao Cup, and I don't know what to say. Like that goal in the last minute was just kind of scripting because it just had to happen. Burton Albion have actually beaten Tottenham Hotspur, which is an incredible result, of course. That does mean one of the bigger teams in the Cup are out now. That's pretty good for us. Obviously Huddersfield also going out. We'll have to see who we get in the next round. Even though he played the last game, Simon still wants to leave in the next transfer window, so we're going to have to play him in a run of games. He was quite decent, I must say, made a couple of decent saves. And also Alex Pearce, which I'm not that fussed, especially when we've got players such as Ethan Ampadu on the transfer hub, a player that obviously would be able to be developed. And Alex Pearce is also on 12 months left on his contract, so in a way, kind of makes sense maybe to move him on. Mason Bennett wants to play the next game. Probably stick him on the bench, but overall, looking at the table, Birmingham are currently in 21st, so we should be winning this game. We're quite a few points above them. If we do win the game as well, we can move up to 9th, so something to look forward to. I think one thing I am going to do is actually sign this Davide Santoro, just because we do need to develop 3 players by 10 overall, so in terms of hitting that objective, we kind of need to get it moved on right now. So there is our first player in our youth academy, 50 rating, 65 to 89 potential, which is pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. Very good agility at 82, and is a central midfielder, so I'm sure I put attacker, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure I put attacker on the scout. Yeah, so on this scout I put attacker, and somehow we get a central midfielder, which is a bit strange, I'm not going to lie. But obviously it's something a little bit different, of course, and has got pretty decent physicals at about 70 pace, 82 agility, which is really good, and 78 balance. Very nice indeed. Pretty decent ball control and dribbling. At 50 rating, if I can get him up to 60, obviously that will help out in the manager objectives. So let's go into the game against Birmingham. It is at home. Hopefully we can get back-to-back home wins. Would mean we do go up the table, of course. We are going to give them, we'll give them their away kit. Mason Mount growing to a 75 overall then, that's nice to see. Of course he's got very good ball control, and I kind of want a little bit more for him. George Thorne also going to a 72, has been very good for us recently. I will put Marcus Olsen in at left back, and we'll pop Mason Bennett on the bench, and yeah, I think we'll go with that. Here's the Birmingham team then, 4-4-2 for them. Stockdale in goal, Colin Morrison, Dean and Pedersen in the defence. Mahoney, David Davis and Kieftenbeld, who obviously famously this time last year was supposed to be a Derby County player. So I always think like back to that, like what if he actually signed for the club? Would that have been the difference between promotion and not? Maybe not, you never know, that's football at times. Not 100% sure who that left winger is, but then they've got Lucas Joksvits and Omar Bogle up top, very big and powerful strikers. So it'll be interesting to see how we do. Obviously got Jack Marriott back up top, hopefully he can get some goals. Obviously we gave Waghorn a go in the cup and he just didn't quite create enough chances. He's a little bit sluggish at times, and I'm kind of looking at a bit more of a agile striker, to be honest. Chance here for Marriott, taking a nice touch, now cut inside with the finesse shot, hits the back of the net, and that is what we're looking for in a striker, a man that can consistently score. Obviously finesse shots are a little bit broken at the minute on FIFA 19, they are quite OP, so I do kind of exploit that at the minute. Obviously he has got himself another goal, nice ball through here from, I think that was Tom Lawrence, to be honest, maybe Mason Mount or Bryson, and then a really nice finesse shot to make it 1-0 in the game. Good start to the game. Bryson with the ball here, into George Thorne with the finesse shot, and it is in the back of the net, and it is 2-0 against Birmingham. A lovely touch from George Thorne, and it's such a shame that he's not really been given the chance. Obviously fitness is a bit of an issue with him, but I honestly, George Thorne in his day is one of the best holding midfielders in the country, easily, and as you can see there, he's just put that in the back of the net really nicely and made it 2-0. Really good start for us. 15 minutes, Joseph with the ball in, cleared out, not quite clear enough. Bryson with the layoff, first time finesse shot, and finds the back of the net. Ball goes in, and it's in the back of the net. It's just like that, as I said. 2-0 is probably one of the most dangerous scorelines, because you kind of take your foot off and you're not quite as tight, and as there, Bogle has beaten Davis to the ball, and it has made it 2-1. As you see, it was kind of nice passing play. Keogh kind of dragged out, but kind of felt Curtis Davis should have done a bit better there. But obviously the attacking presence on the headers now is a little bit better, and they can get in front of it, and that's what he did there to make it 2-1. Chance here to slip it through for Mount. Can he get the shot off? Yes he can. It's just about found the back of the net, and it is 3-1 against Birmingham, and it's, I must say, probably one of our best performances so far in terms of chance creation. Obviously Mount making it 3 there. Josephson with the ball here through. Can he get the shot off? It's been taken down in the box. I'm quite surprised that's a penalty. I thought he got the ball first, to be frankly honest, Dean there, but apparently the referee thinks he fouled the man, and it is going to be a penalty there for Lawrence. Can he tuck it away though? That's the question. Can he score this penalty? Nicely done into the right. It seems like the AI aren't very good at saving the penalties. My general feeling, since we have won like 3 penalty shootouts and have put that one away nicely there. Last attack here for Birmingham. Obviously it's not going to mean anything to the result, but it may make the difference in the goal difference. It is a goal. Number 8, I think that's Keefton Beld. I could be wrong though. No, it's Kerry Gardner. So bit of a shame we could see that goal, when technically added time was finished, and the whistle has just blown. So other than that late goal, I'm very happy with that performance. Obviously the Bogle goal was kind of a good bit of play. It's kind of a shame that goal's gone down as an own goal and not Mason Mount's, but overall probably one of the best performances so far. International management off here to do the Wales job, something I'd be kind of interested in, but maybe down the line. I'm kind of hoping they've changed it a little bit, but I very much doubt anything has changed with international management. So into the next game against Aston Villa. If you look at the table, they're currently taking up that last playoff spot, and we have a game in hand. If we win that game in hand, we go on to 27 points, which is the same as them. I think their goal difference is slightly better though, just by 2. So technically if we win the game 2-0, you never know, we might go into the playoffs. If not, it will be a good opportunity to get us a little bit closer. Of course, the objective is to get into automatic spots, so at the minute my manager rating is a little bit low. Here we are then at Pride Park against Aston Villa. A bit of a kind of obviously derby in terms of the league. Both teams looking for promotion. It is a 4-1-4-1 from Aston Villa. Mark Bunn in goal. El Mohammadi, Mika Richards, Chester and Taylor. Jedinak in that holding role. Twenzabi in midfield, which is a bit shame. More of a centre-back in my opinion. Glenn Whelan, Balassi and El Giaz on the right. And Kodja up front. A very powerful and pacey striker. Going to be probably one of the toughest tests for us so far. I always find Villa quite difficult, but if we can have the performance that we did in the last game against Birmingham, I don't see why we can't win. Chance here for Bryson with the finesse shot, and it is in the back of the net. It's kind of cheating, but it's in the game, so I have to go for a finesse shot in situations like that because I know it's going to go in. It is another goal. It is for Craig Bryson this time. Nice to see him on the score sheet, and good start for us against Villa. As you can see, Thorne again just instrumental to pretty much every single goal we are scoring at the minute. I think if I took like just a normal long shot, it probably would have been saved, and that finesse shot obviously just curled it away from the keeper, made it a little bit tougher, and we are in the lead. Chance here for Villa on the edge, laid off. Now again to Balassi with the shot, and there is the equaliser for him. It is 1-1, and probably against the run of play, I must say I've probably deserved to kill off this game a few times, but it is his 7th goal this season. We have just made a couple of changes. Still time for Villa to score. It's a good ball into the box. It's 2-1. It's a really good ball, and Conor Horahan just come off the bench, and that's ultimate difficulty for you. They are very clinical. First time shot, I kind of hoped I would have blocked it with Malone, and I think if I went for Carson in goal this game, it might have been a different result, but I think it's going to end in loss. Ledley with the ball here into Marriott. Can he get as a last chance off the... Oh my god, this game just doesn't love me. Underside of the crossbar, comes off the line, and I think that's it. And there we go, full time. I must say they did definitely put the pressure on in the last 20 minutes after that Balassi goal, and it was just kind of keeping it away. But this one at the end absolutely killed me. The fact that this didn't go in, it was a really good finesse shot. Maybe a little bit too good, and yeah, it's another loss. Already managed to grow Mason Bennett by 4 ratings, so we'll try and look to get him involved a little bit more in the future games. I just felt like when I first got him, wasn't quite good enough, but I'll give him a few games in the next episode. Next game in the Carabao Cup then is against Chelsea, obviously Frank's former team, and it will be a very tough game for us and a good opportunity to test us out, our first proper Premier League team, obviously a top 4 side, and Burton Albion against Man City. If they could knock them out, that would be absolutely fantastic. And if we win this game, we'd be in the semis, and only Manchester City are the other big team, so a great opportunity to get a bit of silverware in the first season if we can beat Chelsea, of course. I may be tempted to play a bit of a weaker team against Swansea, I'm not going to lie. It kind of depends how we do in these next 3 games. If we're in a good position, wouldn't mind resting up for that Chelsea game and really giving it a go. So yeah, hopefully guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like rating if you did enjoy, and see you soon. Bye.